Okay, so for this edit, I was shooting through a window. There's some art, which I wasn't trying to capture the art, but it's some bike gear statues made into flowers. And I shot through those to get these. I shot a bunch of them. They didn't really turn out, but one thing I really liked about this image was the food. I thought it really showed the food, which is wonderful. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this person right on the line and play with it so that that sandwich is focused upon, right? Now, I'm curious if I do this and I do that. Oh no, no. That's where we're at for now. Okay. We'll do some vignetting. Now, exposure. One thing I really love is the rim light. I'm gonna have to turn off the picker. Okay. So the point of that is this is so bright, I feel like it's distracting from the centered light. And I really love the line of light on the face. I think it's beautiful. Raising the exposure overall does give more depth to the light on the person, but it overexposes the sandwich. So lower highlights. To keep that sandwich with detail. Because that corner on the sandwich is what our dead center is right now. Did we go to 5x7? Okay. Sometimes I can't tell, okay? Now we're gonna lower shadows just to look at it, raise shadows. It does give more form to the person, which I am enjoying and finding intriguing. This backlight, it's nice. It's making it look interesting, which is the whole point. Then whites. So that cup's white, right? Let's see how, not lots of whites in here. Interestingly, it's like the very tip of the sandwich is white, but the rest of it is not. So by lowering it, we're actually bringing more, it feels like we're bringing more detail into it, which is kind of cool. Blacks. Okay, so when we lower the blacks, we lose the artwork. It's not worth doing. When we raise the blacks, we do get more of the artwork, which is kind of the point of shooting through the artwork. So don't want to lose it. Definitely going to raise it. Curves. Dot. I don't want it to look flat. which if you raise the blocks too much, they start looking flat. The sandwich is in the highlights, right? So by lowering the mids, we're lowering the brightness on the vapor catcher thing. And then that's like the edge of the sandwich. It's not doing anything, let's see. Oh, it's messing with the TV. Okay. I was like, this is yellow. I know because I've seen it in the daytime. And as I move it, if you notice, we start here and then we move it. It makes it kind of start popping yellow, which I like. I don't like the fact that's turning yellow unless this light is truly a yellow cast light, so we don't want to go too far. I'm going to leave it there, right? Because those are white plates, white lights, but maybe they're in a yellow casted light. So I'm going to go from there. And then as we mess with saturation, you know, it's just sometimes you're shooting for color, right? And to me, those sandwiches are already so colorful, there's no point in bumping the saturation. This is tilted. I don't like that. Much better. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Now we're going to... The emphasis is not on the myriad of colors. In fact, it's more like there's not a lot of colors and then there is. Clarity, let's see. Clarity is nice on food. It has so many edges. Dehaze. Why did the dehaze work? Interesting reflection right there. I thought that was going to be a sensor burn. It's not a sensor burn. It's a reflection off of either the window that I'm shooting through or something. And then texture. So texture is giving the gears a little bit more of an edge. We'll bump the grain just a little bit and we're going to denoise. Why did I choose this image? Okay, wait for the denoise to finish. Okay, so why did I choose this image? I've already looked at these other ones. Her face catches the light here, right there. No light really. She's not looking, he's not looking. Nobody's looking. So this is the obvious image to choose from. So these three might as well get rid of. And while they're not actually looking at the food, they're reaching for something, it does look like they're looking for the food. So I like that. It brings attention to the food. Masking. I would really love to get the gears. Well, we could, okay, get the gears in there and then sharpen. I need to look at the person's face, make sure they're still in the white. Okay. We're gonna sharpen, 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 and the sandwich is coming out, the gears are coming out. I think that's cool. I think that's almost everything I do. I'm gonna go to vignette. And I just don't want the TV to steal the limelight from the scene. So I think this is cool. I love the rim light, the catch on her face slightly. I love the sandwiches. I love the abstract structure here. If I was to do something more, I might see. Okay, yeah. I don't need that. I think one thing a photographer could do is to separate this from the background. You could go through with a brush and in Photoshop dodge or burn it, but even just the subtlety of it is good. It's a 3. This isn't a... To me, the image might actually do better as a square, a 1x1. Yeah, it does do better as a square. Way better. So much better. And it's very cool. Yeah. Now the TV doesn't exist in your brain. The circle takes up enough space that you can see it, but it's not distracting. And it's layer, 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 layer. Very cool. Only thing is she's a little identifiable. It's street photography. And you're in a public space. X these. And all right, that's how I would edit this image. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you.